Hey planner friends, welcome to another video with Cara from Cara Jo Plans. Today we are going to be closing out the March budget and evaluating our categories for spending. So I have my Where Did My Money Go page from the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom. And I've got my starting balance on here, and then we're just going to add in my budget categories that I keep track of. So we've got food, fuel, household, utilities, beauty, debt, entertainment. Yes, I know I spelled that wrong and I'm not going back to fix it. Allowance. And then my sinking funds and my savings did not get contributed to this month, so I'm just going to leave them off. All right, so those are my categories that I start with, and let me zoom you guys in so you can see these. So here's food, fuel, household, utilities, beauty, debt, entertainment, and allowance. And we're going to start by totaling up the incoming income, which I keep track of on my checking sheet. So I'm just going to total these up real quick for you guys. So I have $693 plus $338 plus $142.26 plus $693 plus that 1 cent of interest, $67.13 plus $338. So that would be 227114. And that goes right up here in the incoming income. And then I'm going to add to that my starting balance. And that goes in total monthly income. Okay. And then while I have this out, we're going to go through the monthly spent. So the first one that I'm going to do is groceries, food. And if you'll remember that, I have that highlighted in blue. So in my checking, I had one Walmart run for, let me zoom back out. There we go. So I had one Walmart run for $115.94. And then over here on my cash side, I had $10 at McDonald's, an $85 grocery run, and a $62 grocery run. So this month I spent $272.94 on food. Then fuel, I filled up 3 times. Twice I used my card. So that came out to an even $120. Household counts all of the green items. So we got some shirts for camp that I counted under household since it's like clothing. A couple bills that run the house, my Apple subscription and my HP Ink and my mortgage. And then I spent $3 at Michael's for something household. So 3 plus $53.50 plus $529 plus $99 plus my mortgage gives me $690.38 for household. And utilities are everything in Coral on this page. So those would be $114.84 plus $48.70 plus $112.79 plus $13.77 for the Netflix plus $10.59 for the Spotify plus $150 for electricity and $39.50 for water. So that's $490.19. And then beauty, the only thing that came out this month in the pay period was the Planet Fitness, and I had talked about still keeping that because if whenever I start this new job there is a Planet Fitness near there, and I think that I will be able to use it and it will be more beneficial to me. Next category up is debt, which is the bright orange. So $218.38 plus $668.19 plus $49.56 plus $330.64 plus $201.45 plus $90, $15.58.22. And then entertainment comes in under yellow. So on my cash spending, we went to the movies and then I did a event out. So I have 19 plus 2 plus 10 plus I paid for my son's summer camp and I counted that under entertainment since that's like a fun event. So that one is $180.14. So I had $211.14 under entertainment, and I know I didn't budget for that much. And then allowance, I spent $40, giving the kids their allowance, and I know that I budgeted $40 for that. Okay. So to calculate from here, I need to know what I budgeted for each of these categories. So sit tight and I'm going to go get those numbers for you. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. I pulled these numbers from my sheet. So we're just going to go through and see what the differences were on where I was on my budget. Okay, so for food, I was able to actually stay under budget. And we were under by $127.06 this month. And for fuel, I was under $55. The less driving around really saved me about a tank of gas this month. And so $690. Whoops. What happened there? $690.38 minus $683.88. Okay, so I was over on my household expenses by $6.50, and I'm going to write that in red just so I know that it was over. $579.25 minus $490.19. I was under $89.06 on my utilities. Beauty, I didn't spend my $25 in my cash envelope, so that's still there, so I'm under there. And my debt, since I'm not doing the debt snowball, I'm only paying minimum payments right now, I actually came in under what I plan to do with debt as well. And my entertainment budget got blown through the roof paying for camp and some other stuff. That's okay. I knew it had to be paid sometime, but I didn't have a lot of preparation for camp this year, but I will for next year. So that one was over $186.14, and allowance was even. So now I want to take these numbers that were the spent numbers and see what that was as a percentage of my monthly income. So each one I'm going to take, so we'll start with the first one here, the $272.94, and you want to divide that by your total income to get the percentages. That one was about 8%. All right, so I walked you through that one. I'm going to go through the rest of them really quickly, and then we'll go over the numbers. Hang tight. Okay, so what you'll see once I total these up, this is about 97% of what my monthly income was. I do have some cash left over in my checking account. So that would account for the missing percentages plus some rounding here that I did. So that's how I would close out March. And if we go back, let me zoom you guys back out here. All right, if we go back and look at February's, where did my money go? And we compare groceries. Last month I spent about 7% of my income. This month it was 8%. So that's very similar. Gas last month was 2%. This month it's 3%. Household expenses were 16% last time. This month they were 20%. The utilities, I ended up not ever figuring out where that, I just forgot to do that number. I still need to go back and fix that from the last time we did this. Entertainment was 2% of my budget this month. It is 6% because I did spend a lot on camp. Debt was 38%. This month it was able to be 44%. Beauty was 3%. This month it is less than 1%, which is good. And unbudgeted, which I didn't have an unbudgeted category, everything fit into my categories this month, was 2%. So that worked out fantastically. And that is how I close out my budget for March. And in my next video, I will be setting up my April budget using what I learned here about where my money was going, as well as planning what is happening for April. So right now we are still shut down as far as schools and businesses until at least April 6th. So of course that is going to affect my budgeting for April as far as having reduced income, not going as many places, etc. So in the next video, I will be setting up that April budget. So I hope you come on back and check that out. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you know when it's posted. And don't forget to like this video and leave a comment below. Have a great day, guys.